guys? Welcome to my channel, Tarot by the Intuitive Teacup. My name is Annie. I welcome you to come into these tarot readings with an open heart, an open mind, and a desire to better yourself. This is optional advice or guidance meant to motivate you, empower you, inspire you, and offer you confirmations on things that you are already thinking and feeling and sensing. If you don't resonate with the material that comes through, please push those messages aside. They may resonate for you at a later date, and they may not. Have faith it's going out to someone who needs to hear it, even if it is not you. Use your logic, your discretion, your discernment. Separate what is meant for you and what is not. I come at this with love and positivity, so please take that away here today. You are responsible for all your own actions and decisions. Let's try and have some fun. To get you some insightful messages, check out that box below for the decks I use, how to contact me for a personal, as well as my social media links. Welcome to the tea party. Let's read your tarot cards. What's up, Taurus gang? Welcome to my channel. I have already pre-shuffled your cards off camera. They're here on my table, so let's hop in and read them right now. First card out the deck for my beautiful Taurus squad is the Death card. So you might be dealing with a Scorpio, or particularly for my Tauruses who have strong Scorpio in their chart, because this card really is representing you or the issue at hand, whether it's a struggle, a dilemma, or the opposite, something good you're looking forward to. The Death card ultimately speaks about endings as well as transitions into cycles. I'm using Friends Tarot, by the way, so we got a nice little David Schwimmer Death card going on there. Kind of contributing to that energy is a desired victory, and your cards are very consistent throughout that with an ending is a victory. So for some of you Tauruses, automatically you know you're looking to relieve yourself of the burden of something, but you're very excited to get to the end point. So this is not like, literally a death sentence, or even sort of the lighter sense of the word. I don't really get the sense it's something you're dreading. If anything, because it's coming up in your past, it feels like this is something you had to think about, like there were a lot of factors or moving pieces and puzzles or puzzle pieces to this. So before you could go ahead with it, I'm wondering if you needed communication from someone else as like to give you the go-ahead, or I don't know if it's you needed permission to do something, or just really assessing, what's going on around you. That's what the Hangman is, the external things communicating with you about your situation, even, in nature and symbolism and, God, source, spirit, universe, that type of thing. There was a period of delay, but I think ultimately I sense like a very strong energy of my Taurus is rushing in to end something and feeling victorious after doing it. So it could certainly be something you were a little bit intimidated to do or fearful of. It could be ending a relationship. It could be walking away from a job. It could be protecting your energy from maybe like a family member or a friend who maybe you feel like they're kind of dragging you down energetically. They're not contributing positive things to your life. You can put this in whatever context you want, Taurus, but what I'm sensing is a very much needed ending, and you're doing it. These are right in a row. Bing, bang, boom. I really like that. And then what's really cool too is sort of this is like a modified version of the Celtic cross that I like to do just because it works for me personally as a reader. I call this section sort of in your highest vibration, when you're firing on all cylinders, you're using your mind, body, spirit, your intelligence, your emotions, all that, your intuition. You have the Wheel of Fortune, so you know something really good, really victorious is what Ace of Swords can be, will come out of the situation when you do decide to move forward. So rather than delay it longer, or I'm almost waiting, or getting some of you maybe were waiting for more information so that you could make a better informed decision. I think you already know, the proof is already there. Like essentially the evidence or whatever you're going to get on the situation, I think it's already there before you. And I'm being called to say, you have enough to make a very firm judgment call on where you stand in this issue. It very much says to me something does need to be communicated as well as cut off, severed from your life. I guess you could argue very much at distance. It's not something you're enjoying. Bottom of your deck is 10 of Wands, so it's like, we're done with this. We need to cut it out. Something just very laborious, something you didn't like, something that wasn't fun, and more than that, something that was energetically dragging you down. So, Wheel of Fortune says something beautiful will come of this, fortune and good blessings. Again, relieving yourself of something that was holding you back. It's positive that if this involves leaving a job or something of the sort, it could be that money is in your future, like a better paycheck. It could just indicate a place where you feel more at home or better stability in your life. If you've been in a relationship that sort of has been dragging its feet and you're not really feeling it, this could say, hey, you know what? Plenty of fish in the sea. I know there's other people out there for me. And you're right, there are. So coming up in your This can be either your hopes and dreams, your wishes, or it can also be your fears or anxieties. I very much see this as your hopes and wishes because it quite literally is the card of hopes and wishes, the star card. Card of Aquarius, by the way. So far you have Scorpio, you have some Neptunian, maybe Piscean energy, possibly Sagittarius with that Jupiter card. Anyway, so in your hopes, fears, dreams, wishes, something to do with an Aquarius is possible. Really, it's about bringing equilibrium back into your life. The star is very much a card of personal growth and spirituality. It comes right after a tower moment. So as most of you know, but if you don't, that's okay. When tower moments come through our life, they're pretty destructive, but ultimately it's a blessing in disguise because the universe is saving you from something that would have been messy or disappointing. Or the thing is, it probably already was messy and disappointing, but I think it was like you were staying in there too long and you were maybe couldn't see the forest from the trees. The thing is, I see you being the initiator of the one who's like, you know what? All right, it's time for me to stand up. It's time for me to step into your power. And you do. And so I think your contemplation of, well, if I do this, will the result be positive? I would say yes. With flying colors, yes. For others of you, I don't know if this is ending a relationship. For some of you, it certainly could be. For others of you, it could even be moving into a new cycle with the person you love, because you do have 10 of Cups coming out at the very end of your reading, which is typically like the Cinderella story. And it doesn't always have to be in terms of partnership. It doesn't have to be marriage, though I'll be honest with you, it is frequently shown as like generational, the husband and the wife and the kids and the dog and that's sort of what, 10 of Cups is. And it is very much shown with, bride and groom here. So for those who are interested in that message, that's certainly coming up. For others of you, with the King of Swords clarifying it, it could indicate maybe there's a long time divorce or separation coming. And remember, it could be separation from a job or from a company. So let's see here. Let's start something on the star here. I'm sort of curious to know. I think some of you are hoping that if you make this difficult or uncomfortable step in the direction to empower yourself, to potentially free yourself, liberation from a toxic situation, a toxic person, whatever it was. Some of you want to move into your own place. I'm sort of getting you want to find your own little cozy place. You will. You're going to find a place. Some of you may be looking for a house or land or property. You will get there. The star very much says be patient and have faith. Honestly, that's probably the most important message of the star, is that the universe has not forgotten about you. So rather than going into this, woe is me, nothing ever works out, this is saying raise your vibration so that the universe sees that you're ready for the next big blessing. Because look, you got a lot of beautiful cards here. All right, so something with a job, it could be indicating that you're looking for something new in your career path. It could also indicate, I'm getting money from this. The Emperor is a great money card and business card too. Could also indicate something with an Aries or a father figure. Obviously, most tarot cards have multiple meanings, so I'm just kind of giving you some scenarios there. Let's see. So then coming in your near future is the Knight of Cups. So I see this as you moving forward. Knights always bring change and movement into our life. And because this Knight is of the Cup suit, it has to do with making your heart happy, going after your dreams and your wishes, potentially finding love, potentially finding new streams of income, right? Cups, money. Money is a currency. You get the metaphor there? All right, Taurus. So tell me a little bit more about the Knight of Cups. So it could be a job offer too, or a romantic offer. To be honest though, when I first read this card, I'm seeing it as you moving forward with almost you can finally exhale again. You can finally breathe. You can let your hair down because you did that thing that you were very apprehensive or nervous to do. You do it even though, you sort of have to give yourself a pep talk, but the results I think are going to be fabulous. Even if the results aren't instantaneous, it could just be, going on that job interview or calling up that person to tell them you love them or whatever it is. I think this is making huge strides in your spiritual path. I do think it's you, the Knight of Cups. But certainly you could be dealing with a water sign, a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, possibly romantically. So what is this Knight of Cups for Taurus? Okay, so for some of you, it's definitely a job offer or potentially something to do with a mother and a father. You may be getting assistance from a mother and a father to help purchase your first home or a car or some sort of big ticket item. I am kind of getting mother-father vibes, especially if you, or it could even, anyone in your life who might be helping you with the expensive purchase of some kind, specifically an earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And okay, so yeah, you're getting good news about a lucrative opportunity or again, a gift or assistance, monetary assistance of some kind. So these two knights are meeting. So one of them is bringing the money with them. So you can decide whether you're the one receiving the money, Knight of Cups, or the one giving the money or the important news about money, possibly the job offer. This is great. They're headed towards each other and there's a lot of money to do with it too. And I don't know, something about this. I'm wanting to say the wife or the mother. So that could certainly be you. Maybe you're putting your mother in like a new, what do you call it? Like old folks home or something like that. And, in which case maybe the money is coming out of your pocket. But the thing is, I know that's sort of a contradictory message because I'm like, oh, you're going to be happy about it. So, I mean, it could be that you're spending a lot of money on something, but I'll give you this. It would offer you peace of mind to know she's taken care of, if that makes sense. So there is a really, really good payoff. And this is a card of like your health and a need to heal. So some of you may literally be healing from an illness or, a broken bone, a chest cold, something like that. Or especially your father, Taurus, there could be something important about your father needs to heal. It could be that some of you have been a child of divorce for many years and you're trying to establish some sort of balance and harmony with your parents, trying to make them work together, whether they are together or not. Yeah, interesting. I love that these two knights are heading into each other because there's important news regarding a high ticket item, big money, and something to do with either, again, the mother or something about a personal possession in the home, like a large... something very pricey is what I keep wanting to say. Yeah, where you're going to reside, what you call home, where you toss your anchor over to like settle in, there's something about staying power, and there absolutely is with these two cards too. Earth signs are the most reliable in terms of longevity. They don't rush the process the way, say, maybe the sword suits do, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. They're not as hopeless, romantic, let's live in fantasy land as the cup suit, possibly Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Earth signs are like, do we have the money? Is it practical? Can we work here? Do we like it here? Like, they consider those types of things and does it work, quite literally. And of course, I'm not saying that all, water signs are too dreamy and all air signs are too heady, balance I think is important here, but you have a lot of stuff coming in indicating longevity. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. All right, so how other people see you. Beautiful. The Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Love. Again, more kind of maternal energy. So I don't really see too much with pregnancy here, unless you're communicating a very important cycle in your life where you're adding another to the mix. If you are telling your Aquarius or Aries husband that you're pregnant, then sure, maybe. I can't say that's the major message coming through, so that's probably for a select few of you. But it could be that, yeah, you feel like you hit the lottery because you're going to be a mother. That could be something like that. Queen of the household, that's what I'm getting. Cancer is like, the fourth house of, in terms of like the zodiac placements, right? Which is the house, the home, ancestors, the upbringing. People see you as kind of the head of the household or very comfortable, wanting to make other people comfortable, very nurturing, maternal energy. That doesn't surprise me at all, Taurus. I feel like that's Taurus in a nutshell. Even my males. Let's mix it up. Let's do this one. How other people see you as holding on to too much. You need to watch your spending too, especially around Christmas. It's so beautiful that a lot of my Tauruses are very generous, but it's saying careful because it could indicate you have a big purchase coming up. So rather than buying like, little things here and there for the cousins and the siblings and the this and that, you're being asked to think about what you're spending because somebody in the scenario, especially your parents, they may be looking at you as like a spendthrift, or is that the right term? Like you're spending money like water, something like that. And the thing is, I think it comes from a good place. I think it's because you love people very much and you want to be able to provide for them, but you can provide them with your time, with your energy by, going out for a cup of coffee versus, buying them, a year subscription to Netflix or, whatever it is. It's like there's different ways where you can make people comfortable and sort of be a little bit more creative, think outside the box. I think just your presence around people is very nice. So I'm seeing you write that on a Christmas card. My gift to you is me. Merry Christmas. No. But you know what I mean? Like spending time with people is almost more important than putting a price tag on whatever gift you get them. So just remember that. But how other people see you, I think they see you as very generous, but you have too much stuff. Especially if you're going through a process of needing to pack stuff up and move it to a new location. Or again, this could be someone in your life. There's way too much stuff going on. So you have to downsize is sort of what I'm getting. You need to save your money again. That's very important. So then what is your potential advice or guidance? Seek happiness. I think there's an ending in your life that is long past due, and you know this, right? This wouldn't be shocking to you. So this is about mustering the courage to actually face it and put an ending to something once and for all so that you can have room for all these beautiful things trying to come into you. I think I've said this to you before, Taurus. When you declutter your life, energetically, you're decluttering your life so there's room to accept new blessings from the universe, and that's what they're telling you to do. Universe is like, hey, I got an Ace of Cups with your name on it. Do you have room for it? So if you don't, it's going to be longer. I'm not saying you're going to miss out on the opportunity, but the universe will be like, oh, okay, we'll come back around to Taurus later when they have more time and more room in their life, when they're ready. Because for some of you, you weren't ready for this big step and whatever it is. And it is possible that maybe you're moving in with your sweetheart and that's kind of nerve-wracking, or again, some big ticket item or big ticket purchase where you're entering into a new cycle in your life. You have 2 cards indicating cycles and you have 2 new aces. So newness. Aces always start with us, but they're overall very positive. Again, things to do with your love, your family, your friends, your possibly spirituality, your creativity, your love space. Cups are like our heart. And then positive news. Again, communications possibly about a job or about an engagement, about you got the property, you got the home, you got the, I don't know, you fill in the blank. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I would maybe buy a really cheap lotto ticket. Why not? You got nothing to lose with that coming in your future. You know, a scratch off. Maybe you win $50, right? Hey, that'd be good. All right. But I do want to refer back to my message, though. Careful, though, what you're spending your money on. Like, give yourself budgets. Be good about budgeting in the next few months. Because I just keep getting, you're going to need to be able to spend a chunk of money to get something very great. So I know it's scary to put a lot of money down on that home or that car or whatever, but I think it is going to make you happy. For a lot of you, this does kind of seem like you might be taking it to the next step or the next level with your person. Why is the advice the Ace of Cups? It's the 5 of Cups. Okay, so yeah. Fearful of the outcome or living in a state of lack, or especially pessimism. That's what I'm getting. It's like before we've even spilled the cups, before we've even lost the money, a lot of you are already blocking your blessing because you're already talking yourself out of why this opportunity is good. An Ace of Cups is good. For those who are exiting a relationship, I think it's telling you, don't feel like you have to rush right out and start dating everybody because you're afraid to be alone. If anything, this is saying, your cup must runneth over on your own. You should be solid in your own 2 feet before you start to date again. That being said, for a lot of you, again, it's not that message. It more has to do with exclusivity in terms of your long-term relationships. I see that too. Yeah, just raise your vibration. That's the major thing. Know that something inevitably in your current scenario will need to be sacrificed in order to bring about this new blessing. So again, it's like doing a major declutter of your life, of your stuff, of your energy. What just doesn't serve you anymore? Where can we make some cuts? Where can we make some budgetary cuts too is important too. And I think some of you might be very sentimental about the past. And I mean, you're preaching to the choir here. I am such a hoarder when it comes to things from my childhood and, things that I'm very sentimental of. You need to make a good judgment call on what can or what should go versus what can stay. But I'm also seeing this as you clinging to the past, but in a way where it's not necessarily healthy. You can get rid of photos of your ex if you're already about to be engaged to someone else. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't really need those. And again, everything that we, hold on to, it is sending these messages to the universe of what we love, what we treasure. So if you have multiple romantic suitors and boxes and journals, and I'm just giving you that as an example, it's like, what is the point of holding on to those? And I don't say that in a judgmental way. I'm asking you to decide, I love this possession, but why do I love this possession? I think it's just important to think about that because it's going to help you, again, declutter. It's going to be very helpful to you. What's that decorating lady? Marie Kondo, does this spark joy or incite joy, whatever she says. It's almost like I feel like you guys need to do that in your space. Even if you're at a job and you're thinking of leaving, What about this job sparks joy? Well, the money, we know that, right? But besides that, it really is asking you to dig in deep. Is this the $1 million opportunity? If it's not, maybe it's worth traveling outside the comfort zone to go get it, to go pursue it, to see what else is out there. Because I promise you, with these cards, there's so many I can't even show them all to you. With these cards coming up, you have really good things up ahead of you, Taurus. This is actually a very, very good reading. We just kind of have to push you or nudge you in the right direction to bring an ending to what isn't serving you. That's really the major thing that's holding you up. And especially if this has to do with healing, it could be energetic healing or healing of the body, healing your heart, right? If you had a broken heart, give yourself time. That's a very personal process. I can't put a timeline on that for you. But I always say the energy is here, so you can take advantage of this, this week or next year. These messages are still available to you. I always think it's more advantageous to take advantage of the message, sooner than later, because very frequently the tarot cards come up in regards to what's going on in the planet, where Jupiter is, opposing this or Venus is conjunct that. A lot of times that shows through in the tarot cards. So it's timely in that sense, but I'm a believer in free will, but also I believe that if the energy is here, just hearing that message of, oh, I could do that, it puts the idea in your head where you will go make it happen then, right? It's offering you confirmation of it's almost like the power of positivity. Well, the card said I can do it, so yeah, I think I can. You're right, you can do it. So final potential outcome, if you were to sort of, how should I say, immerse yourself in these messages and do that final declutter or removal of what doesn't belong in your life anymore. You have 10 of Cups and the King of Swords. So if this 10 of Cups just has to do with being comfortable in your own 2 feet, standing your ground, being, living your best life almost, like overflowing with self-love and abundance in that way, it just says to me by being in the power position of making major cuts, being, the executive of where you can cut and trim the fat in your life, right? Maybe that's a double entendre, actually. It's saying that's your fairy tale ending, is that you step into your power. After a period of healing, you become the emperor again, right? So, you don't want to mess with the emperor. He's, I just heard turf war, territory, something about he stakes his claim or he stakes his territory. But I almost see that as you. It's not to say you couldn't be dealing with an Aries as well, but yeah, there's something more masculine and assertive about this, of needing to move through with something that, again, it was intimidating at first, but you're going to come through with shining colors. 10 of Cups, right? That looks good. Let's get you a oracle card. And quite literally, for some of you, there could be marriage with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, especially an Aquarius. I have 2 cards indicating very strong Aquarian vibes. A lot of you are moving in with your person, moving in together. Again, the baby scenario is possible. It's not the first one that came through, but possibly that's what the Ace of Cups could represent. Some of you may be getting proposed to. So I don't know what this cut is, but I'm almost getting one influences the other. It's like a domino effect. When you decide to let something go that you don't need, you get something really beautiful in return. Yeah, I like it. Taurus, what oracle card can we get for Taurus? Beauty, number 17, and discover your life purpose, 29. So I'm just going to show those to you. 17, again, makes me think of the star, so possibly an Aquarius coming in. Also exerting your own strength, being strong in your convictions, making decisions and having a stick-to-itiveness about it. And then 2 and 9 is 11, so I don't know. 11, soulmates maybe. Justice, maybe something with a Libra, a long-term contract. I mean, I feel like if that was the case, I would have seen justice in contracts, but possibly there could be something coming in with the Knight of Swords about good news that brings you closer to something or someone you love, whether it's a job or a family member or a romantic partner. I don't know. All right, Taurus, that's what I got for you. So let me know in the comments below if this resonates for you. Also, I tried something new this time. I pre-shuffled your cards off camera, so not the typical way I do it, but I actually kind of like it. I feel like it saves a lot of time so you don't have to watch me shuffle and vamp on camera while I'm waiting for the cards to come out. So let me know what you think about this style and this method. If you like it, if you don't, that's cool, but tell me why. Give me some constructive criticism. And I'm thinking back, I know I've done this for you before because there was that weird situation once where my camera turned off, so I had to do it this way. But anyway, I'm kind of into it, but let me know what you think. I welcome your feedback there. I hope you have a beautiful holiday season, Taurus, and I will see you very soon for more tarot. Bye, guys.